Good morning, stamping friends. I am Corinne Braxton, and I'm here live from Bozeman, Montana. And it's a sunny day here. It's so sunny that I've had to close the blinds, and now it's a little dark in here. Let me just check and see if I can find myself on my computer. Okay, there we go. Get the volume turned off on that. And the volume turned up. Oh, hey, Kathy, good to see you watching. Hope you're feeling better each day. And I just want to make sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth. Hope you're all doing well. It's such a busy time of year, isn't it? I'll be live next week yet, but then I'll take off the week of Christmas. So, because we're going to be having Christmas here. On the 24th and 25th with two of our kids and their families. And then on the 26th, we're going to Florida for a week. So anyway, that's my plan. So I have lots of things. And oh my goodness, I'm so busy. We close on our house this Friday. The final walkthrough is Thursday. We have a chimney sweep coming. Hey, Melissa, good to see you. Oh, getting lots of rain. I hope you don't have mudslides. That's always a danger. We've had hardly any snow or rain or anything here. It's quite dry in Montana, as I know it has been in California too. So anyway, we still have, pre-order for demonstrators is going on, and celebration starts. Well, if you're those of you who are demonstrators, celebration has already started for you. But for all customers, celebration starts January 4th. And remember, the mini catalog runs until January 3rd, and then it's over. Please be sure you check the retiring list and what's continuing too. I have it marked in my catalog. And remember, our annual catalog goes until next May. Hey, Martina, you're getting a little bit of snow. They're saying we're supposed to get a little bit too, maybe tonight. Actually, I'm not sure. Our granddaughter Kate is spending the night with us tonight. They sold their house and they're moved into a rental house, and now she has allergies. The previous owners had lots of dogs, and so anyway, this is beside the point. But anyway, Kate's going to an allergist today, and then she's going to spend the night at our house because she's not supposed to go back into her house due to the allergies, and they're just testing things. Anyway, that's why she's spending the night on a weeknight, and then tomorrow she'll go to kindergarten again. Today we're going to be working with Cork, and you've seen me do that before. I love this. It's not retiring. I mean, it is retiring. It's not on sale, but it's one of my favorite products. It is paper thin. It tears. It die cuts beautifully. It tears. You can tear it. It's really nice. It's strong but thin. So it's on page 55 in our current mini catalog. And you get two sheets of cork for $7.50. Hey, Carla, good to see you this morning, and everyone who's joining in. So that's always fun to have. It's fun when I see you live. Good to see you here. We've got people in California, Oregon, Wisconsin, Missouri, Montana. We've got all kinds of states represented so far, and we'll see. Well, okay, I'm going to get started. Today is December 14th. Not too many more days until Christmas. So anyway, today we are doing one Christmas card and one birthday card. So many people already have Christmas cards finished, and some people haven't even started. I just sent out a bunch of things, team things, but now I have to start working on Christmas cards. I mean, I have them all done, but I just need to address them and all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's turn down. And I've been working on all these swaps. So I have a lot of business organizations that I belong to, groups that I belong to, and I have swaps. So let's turn the camera down. Close your eyes for a second. There we go. Let's sort of tighten this up a little bit. There we go. All righty. These are cards just so to help me get focused. And I'm playing with some of the new products now. This is a Hearts and Happiness or Love and Happiness. It's a beautiful embossing folder with a die, and here I ink the folder. And I've had more fun with this. This is in the annual catalog. I know I've got my light here because it's so dark in the room because I got the shades pulled. Many messages and many happenings. There's a really nice love and hugs right there. And I love this. I am just using it like crazy. I know I should do a video sometime with that because it's really fun. Very useful. Anyway, that's where these sentiments and stitches came from. Anyway, here's another one too. So I'm trying to work these out. And then I'm doing this one for another swap. This is from Celebration, that cute little Awesome Otters is the name of it. Let's see what's here. Okay, and today we are going to be starting with Cherry Cobbler ink. And I didn't do very well. I thought I was doing well when I got dressed this morning, looking through my closet. We're using Cherry Cobbler and Old Olive, and we're going to be stamping and using some cork. So here we go, and these are all photopolymer stamps today. So we are going to be using our piercing. And let's see let's bring in, this is the card. This is the card we're going to be making. So like that. And I want to get my other dimensionals and get my Scotch tape ready. This is from the set called Merriest Moments. And it has I bet a lot of you have it. It has an embossing, it's a hybrid embossing folder. It has a die, and then it has, you can die cut and you can emboss, you can put your pieces in here. And that's how and this is what this is too. This is a hybrid embossing folder. So you can put the metal die in with the embossing folder and it cuts it out. It's pretty cool. It's a new thing that Stampin' Up! Has come out with. And here's a card that I did not make this one. This is a swap card last year, but you can see all the detail and prettiness on that. It does a lot of this set. I've really not used it a whole lot. I've done some die cutting, makes beautiful die cuts, beautiful embossing, and it's just really very nice. But I've not finished the cards. I've just done bits and pieces. Okay, so Merriest Moments is what we're using, but I want to use this stamp. This is a really easy card, and don't let me forget to put the black twine on today. So let's get my things out of the envelope, and here we have our pieces. We're going to be using these big seasonal labels. I love this. These are carrying over. You've seen me use them a lot. Just happen to have one on my desk. A piece that's, oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the hearts. Appreciate it. Is that you, Lisa? These big dies, big tags, work really well for stamping. And we have some pieces of cork. The inside cork is, let's see, what do I have that here? I've got, outside cork is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. The inside cork is 1 inch by 5 and I'll push that a little, zoom that in a little bit. Yeah, it's really good set. It is, this set too is returning next year, this Merriest Moments. It's a nice one. It's not on sale. So I did an envelope. I sort of did a little smearing on that one. But this uses an embossing folder. On this one, I don't know if you can't see it very well. There you go. Maybe you can see that. It's the pine boughs right here. I know the lighting is not real great because of the shades. This one has 2 embossing folders. Love this set, called Wintry 3D, and we're going to use the snowflake one today. And you can see this is the pine bough, and you get 2 in a package. It was on back order for months. It is available now. I just ordered another set. And I'm not sure if it's continuing or not, but I love it. I think it's a great one. So we need a piece of white embossing. And you see how I've done this? It's 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to be putting the cork down here on the bottom. And this only embosses a part of the card. So it works just fine, actually. It doesn't have to be full. So that's 4 1/4. And we have a base. The base of the card is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And you're just going to take your bone folder and give it a good crease. I could not live without a bone folder, that's for sure. You can use your fingernails too, of course, but I love bone folders. They work very well, just like piercing tools work well. So what we're going to do, first of all, is bring in our mat. That's 4 1/4, or 4 inches by 5 1/4. And we're going to put our outside cork on. So I'm going to put that piece right there, and I'm going to bring in one of my silicone mats. It's over here. I moved it over to the side. Now it's hiding. Okay, we're going to bring that in, and did you see what I just did? I went like that on the silicone mat. If your stamping seal doesn't start, you can use your finger or you can use that silicone mat. So I'm going to just line that up. And I cut it long. I left it long because I really like being able to, oops, got my case on that one. I like to take my snips and just cut it off. You have a better cut that way. So there we have it. And now we're going to put our twine around it. I meant to stamp first, I honestly did, but somehow I started doing this, showing you the pieces. I'm going to just wrap it around twice, like this, and then we're going to give it a cut, and that's all we need. But what I'm going to do, this is sort of a good, oops, do you see how I held it? I want it right on this seam. Just want it on that seam like that. And I'm going to put it down and bring in my Scotch tape. You don't have to do this, but it makes it easier if you tape it on the back. That way it holds it nicely. And then you have a little better, easier time without it always slipping. So you can tie it in a knot and then a bow like that. So it just holds that on there a little bit better. So we'll give those a little trim, a little haircut. There we go. And now we're going to start stamping. This is going to go on our base. So it'll go on just like that. Well, we might as well just put it on right away. There we go. And we'll just then, there we go. Put it on like that, and now we can do our stamping. So we'll also put that on the inside. Okay, now we're going to bring in our piercing mat right here. So we're going to I'm just going to do 1 poinsettia on the outside of the envelope this time, because it took a while to do the other one. And so this is really, it has a nice set of poinsettias. We probably have lots, we have lots of poinsettias. We've had lots of poinsettias over the years for sure. And this is cherry cobbler, and I'll leave that open because we're going to get right to that in a minute. And old olive for the leaves. And, I never know which end, goes. Maybe someone else could tell me that. I don't know. I can never figure that out, which way it goes. So I always sort of stick that little skinny end in there. But that's that. So there's our, but oh, we need one more thing, and that is the black memento for the inside, for these little, black dots. Do you see that? It makes it finished, just like that. And we'll put that black can be a little bit messy. Okay, now our envelope is done, and now we'll do our card. We're going to do our big label. I love this, being able to, I don't know, I've used these a lot. I think this is a good design. Okay, we're going to do our red poinsettias. Where did I put that? Oh, I put it in my chamois. Over there. So we're going to do our red. And it's going to, obviously, it's going to go off. It's going to go off the, we're going to do a little bit like that. And then a little bit up here. Like that. And let's do our red. Hopefully, I should have done our words first. We're going to do Thinking of You this festive season. There we go. We still have plenty of room. I do like to, with red ink, it is probably the worst for staining. It will definitely stain your blocks, your photopolymer. But I do like to clean it right away on my chamois, and because it is really a tough one to get off. Anyone knows any good tricks, let us know too. But I do like to wash that one every time right away. And now I'm just going to stick a few leaves in here. That looks a little big, doesn't it? I think we're going to switch to a smaller leaf. Here we go. There are 2 leaves in this. There are a lot of stamps. We'll just put one right there. I'm actually hitting that red a little bit, but a little bit more than I would have liked to. But anyway, that's the way it is. So, okay, because I'm trying to move quickly when I'm stamping with you girls. So now we'll just put a little bit of black dots. Maybe should have used yellow. Yellow would have been good. I always think of them as yellow. I don't know, but the black and white twine, I think, is a good look. So there we have it, and that is all done. We can move our Simply Piercing mat and bring in our card again. Oh, I think I forgot. Let's see, once on the inside. Oh, I did more. So we better do that first. We better stamp that, and then we'll finish the card. So we're going to bring in our, where is my piece? Let's see here. Let's see what's here. It is. Well, here's one. No, here's one, I think. No, that's the whole card. Let me see what's here. If I can find a piece of white that's cut. I am sorry. I thought I had a piece. I thought I had a piece here, but I don't know. Well, oh, I don't think I need one. That's it. I don't need a piece. It's right there. It's white on the inside the way it is. We just have to put our cork. So we'll put our cork down, and just like this. So, ladies, I will be live next Tuesday again, but then the following week, the week after Christmas, right after Christmas, we'll be in Florida. I will not be live that week. But then in January, I will be again. So, and lots of new things. I'm hoping next week maybe that I will do all new things for you to preview. Okay, let's do our inside. Let's see, let's see, red ink. Where did I put the red ink? Okay, a joyful Christmas to you and yours. And we'll just do this, ink that. My red ink is a little splotchy. I'm not sure exactly about that. I think I'm going to do these berries on the inside. We'll do it like this, like that. Maybe when I was putting re-inker, I didn't do a very good job. That could be because maybe it didn't get thoroughly smoothed over. I always use a plastic spoon. I keep plastic spoons right in my case, and that's how I smear the ink around. Okay, let's see what's here. Let's just put that there. Oops. Oh, I really made a mess of it. Let's see. Oh, I don't have my that's why it didn't stamp very well. I didn't have my piercing mat underneath it. Oh, goodness. Well, there we have it. And let's see, now we can just, I should have probably done that in the beginning. Now we'll just add some dimensionals. And one thing I want to do here is, because I have that rope, that twine right there, and everything is embossed, I want to make sure I don't put any embossing dimensionals across the middle, okay? So what I'll do is I'll just get a brand new pack of dimensionals, and I love putting the black on. I haven't done that for a while. So that's just, I learned that tip from Kelly Atchison, and it just sort of helps you know when you're taking them off, like that. And then we'll just take a piercer, and you see how you can see, oh, I've done all of those so far. They don't come that way, obviously, but it's sort of a good way to do that. Do you see how I've left that? You know, anytime you're using a ribbon or twine, that's probably a good idea to do that. I don't always remember. And then there we go, just like that. And our card is finished. Isn't that pretty with the cork and the snowflakes? And the other one, you can see I used the pine boughs. So there we go. And our envelope. And I'll take pictures of these and I'll post those later. So that's our first card. And let's move all this stuff out of the way. And next, it's a messy one with black memento. And we're going to bring in the Stamparatus. And we are using Welcoming Woods. I've not used this one. This is retiring. And well, I shouldn't say I haven't used it. I've used it, but not very little. And I really like it a lot. I had such great hopes for it and plans, but there just isn't enough time. Hi, Patty. Welcome this morning, too. Anyway, there's so many stamps. This has been, I'd say, the best holiday catalog ever. Anyway, we are going to be stamping on the cork, and that's why I have the Stamparatus here today. And let's see here. Anytime we do we're going to do this first, because the stamping first. I'm going to remember to do that because black ink on cork doesn't dry very well. So I've already mounted the trees here, and when I flatten it down, I want it to rest on my stamp pad so that I can ink it up. And I am going to, I'll just real quickly show you the card. This is the card we're making. It's a birthday card. Well, this one's a thank you, but we're going to make a birthday because I need some, it's a good masculine card. Saw this idea from Australia from Bruno Bertucci. He and his wife are both demonstrators, and they've always been on our Stamping Up trips. Well, not always, not this last year, since we couldn't travel. People from Australia and New Zealand couldn't travel, or Europe. But they're very well known. They do a lot of training. Anyway, I'm going to, so this is sort of a case from him. And I don't want to put it in the corner because then I can't get it quite dark enough. And this way, I've already marked it, and now I'm going to use my black ink. And this is, what size is that? Let me see. Let me show you. It is 3 1/4. Oh, that's the white one. That's the white one. Let's see, what's the three? So it's 3.5 by 3.5. 3.5 by 3.5. That's the white, must be, I don't know what, we're not using white anyway. We're using cork. I think I just wrote white, not cork. I'll measure it for you and tell you. So this is, oops, these magnets are extremely strong. It is 3.25 by 3.25. So that's what that measurement is. Okay, I'm going to do the black ink, and I'll move that over a little bit. There you go. I'm going to do it. The nice thing about a Stamparatus is you don't get the image. The image lots of times won't be dark enough the first time with black. Do you see how it's just not, it's sort of faded looking. And this ink pad is pretty juicy. So I'm going to ink it up again. And I'm going to do it again. Like that. If you don't have a Stamparatus, that would be a good thing to ask for Christmas. It's a wonderful tool for sure. I use it a lot, especially when I'm doing Christmas cards or swap cards, when I'm doing multiples, or anytime I want a really dark image. Now, we could have used StazOn. That would have worked too, although you're really not supposed to use StazOn permanent ink with photopolymer because it sort of eats at the photopolymer. I'm going to do it one more time. Get a little bit blacker. I actually prefer doing this with a red rubber stamp more than a photopolymer because I would use the, if this would be in red rubber, I would definitely use the StazOn. Okay, that's pretty black. Now, this is going to take a while to dry. So I'm going to move my the magnets store back here, and I wrap them with washi tape or packaging tape because they are very, very strong. If you touch them to each other without anything on, they will shatter. Now, I'll rinse that off after I finish this video, but they store back there. And it's a great invention, actually. Now I'm going to take a scrap sheet of paper and I'm going to press it down because this will take quite a long time. And I have to be really careful when I'm putting this on so that I don't get everything all full of ink. So, alrighty, now we do have to do a little sentiment for the birthday. I want to do a birthday one this time. I'm going to use this happy little bit late birthday because it seems like I'm always sending cards late. And this pretty happy birthday is right there. And on the other one I did hello friend and thank you for your kindness. Those are the two that I did. The happiest birthday is from this set. Probably one of my favorites in the annual catalog. I love that big stamp and I like that late one. That's been in the catalog for 2 years, so I don't know how long it'll be in there. I am going to bring this in while we stamp on our cork one more time. We're going to stamp a sentiment. I've got a bunch of little pieces of cork cut out, different shapes. Let's see. That one's a little too small. This one I think is this. We're going to use this bigger one because we're using the small one I used for hello friend. And so this one we're going to, now when you're not using the Stamparatus, I could, but we're not going to. I'm just going to ink it up really well and really, really well. And I'm going to just hold it and hold it and hold it and let it soak in. Let it soak in. Carla said, is it just the black that takes a while to dry? No, I would think any color on cork, because cork is so porous. I think that's the reason. It's sort of like, normally you would, it's a little crooked, but the other side is, but that's okay. It'll be fine. And let's see, once we're going to do the inside while we've got everything together here. Get everything ready. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And no, anytime you're stamping on something like vellum or cork or, well, if you were stamping on plastic or glass, you would definitely need to use Stays-On. Anytime you have something that's porous. Oops, there we go. Happy little bit late birthday. Isn't that a great, I love this stamp. Just love it. You've probably heard me say that because I've used it many times. Okay, let's bring in our pieces, and we have a base that's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. It's a top folding card this time, and this is one of the cards that I'm using in my cookies, cards, and coffee this week. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on that and put that on the inside. The very last thing I want to touch is that part we stamped. Okay, and now we have a piece that is, this is going to go across the top. It's 2 inches by 4 1/4, like that. And it's just like paper. It sticks just the same, so you don't have to use more or less adhesive. That's just good the way it is. Okay. And now we have we're going to put our piece that we stamped onto a black mat that's 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Like that. Okay. And put that aside for a second. I'm going to put this down. I don't want to get all that grid paper. I just changed this today. I don't want to get it all full of black. And it will. You can die cut with cork. Just like that. Okay. And I'm going to just take this one more time and do that. Okay. And now we're going to put some dimensionals on this piece. And let's see, I think I thought I cut maybe a dimensional. It seems like I did. Now I can't find it. Here it is. I cut a big piece. So, you've seen me do this before. I love this. I have this on my table, a little dish of these cut up pieces, and we get Stamping Up sells these foam mats. They're one of my favorites. And you just cut them up. You just cut them up into pieces like this, just like that. And then you just snip them into the dish. You can cut them big or small. I have all sizes in the dish. I just keep them handy like that. But we're going to put one on there just like that. And it's just a good way of, I think, for me it's easier. You don't have to constantly use your fingernails or a piercer. And it stays really well. So like that. Somehow, I just think they're fun. I don't know. It's sort of an odd thing. But there's our card. And we're going to pop it up. I did not pop up the other one that I made the other day. And I just think it looks a little flat. Do you see how there's more dimension this way? And our little birthday piece. Let's bring that in, and we're going to do that flat. Just like that. And it's very simple. I think it's a really good masculine card. I'm going to use some of these. We have black dots in our catalog, but these are new ones called Classic Matte Dots that are going to be in the new mini catalog. And I got these when we went to On-Stage, virtual On-Stage. And I think we'll just do a couple little, we'll put a couple right here. And they're almost like they're ombre. They go dark to light, gray, black, and cream. not cream, vanilla. We don't ever have any vanilla things. We have a lot of vanilla papers this next catalog. So they do have these pretty vanilla dots too, which is sort of nice because I don't think Stampin' Up! Has ever done that before. But there we go. I probably should have used a little bigger ones. That would have been better. But our card is all done. And there we have it. Happy birthday. Happy little bit late birthday. So, and this one says, hello, friend. Thank you for your kindness. Oh, I put some cork there, and I did not on this one. So I think I have some cut here someplace, but we'll see once here. This is it. So we'll do that. We'll put a little bit of adhesive on this. I just think this cork is wonderful. So if you like it, you should probably get some before it retires. And we have a little bit hanging over. Doesn't that finish that off nicely? Perfect for a men's birthday card, which we seem to need. Okay, that is it. Let's turn back and close your eyes. Those were pretty quick today. We're finishing. I'm going to finish early. No, my tripod's not. There we go. There we go. Oh, well, thank you very much. I love that. I think it's a great stamp. I know, Carla, you have used it quite a bit. And I've seen a lot of samples, lots of sponging online too with that. So anyway, so don't forget, take advantage of all the sales that are going on now. If you need to stock up on some things, there are lots of things. And don't forget to pre-order. And Patty says, very nice. I just got another package of the cork. Good for you, Patty. You'll be able to, if you have a Stamparatus, you'll have to try this. The cork is just a nice accent, I think. So next week we will I'll try to think of some new things as I'm working on my swaps this next week and I have to get them out by this weekend. So, I'll try to come up with some good ideas for next Tuesday. And until then, have a good week, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.